as soon as we hit go live.
Wait, we didn't even check to make sure the mic was good, Cole.
I did. I looked.
Did? Oh, it was good?
They should be able to hear us.
Okay, cool.
I would hope so. I see C. Sid in the chat.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad. What's going on, man?
Is this the one we wanted on?
Oh, we want the circle. Yeah.
Okay, is that better?
That should be better.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
What's going on? Here we are.
Yes.
We did not have a video Sunday because last week filled up fast.
Yes.
Why?
We were busy last week.
We're always so busy.
I know.
Especially coming back from San Diego. I felt like we were to have a few days to kick back and rejuvenate.
No.
But we just kept rolling.
So we are actually an hour earlier than we had said originally because we kind of forgot that we had a business call. So
yes,
we have a call at 4 PST, so we had to push it up an hour. So sorry about that.
Yes, but that's going to be an exciting call that we might touch on at some point.
Yeah.
As we dive into these questions.
Yeah, we have a lot of good questions from you guys.
Yes, everybody that was putting questions on the community post, thank you. In case you weren't aware, we have a community page where we can post updates too. So check that on occasion, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we gathered a lot of your questions, and we're just gonna kind of dive through them, and then also engage with the chat too.
Yes.
To answer those questions too.
There's a lot of hellos from a lot of places.
Is it saying it sounds good? I saw someone say turn it up.
Turn it up. I don't know. On our side, it looks pretty good. Volume-wise, let me see. Talk.
The Blue Yeti, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good on our side, so maybe turn up yours? Because if we turn it up too loud, it's going to be...
It'll sound bad.
It'll sound really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
That was weird. I saw some weird thing. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to here. Okay.
So we've got lots of different topics to cover.
Yeah.
That people seem to be interested in. Mm-hmm. Which one should we go for first?
Well, we have a lot of foster care questions, so we're going to try to spread them out so it's not all foster care. But the first question, we'll do a foster care question. It said, did you find the approval process for foster care long or simple?
Long and difficult?
Or long and difficult or simple. I kind of rephrased a lot of these questions because they're kind of long.
Yeah. Do you want to take that one?
We both can answer it. I could start though. I thought that it was long. The approval process. There's a lot of classes and a lot of time in between the classes, and in between there's a lot of waiting for you to be connected with a new social worker. I followed up a couple of times hey, it's been a couple weeks, we haven't heard anything. So I was very persistent. I wonder if it would have taken a little bit longer without my persistence, because one time I emailed them and I was like, hey, we haven't heard anything. The next day we got someone reached out to us. So
interesting timing.
It was interesting timing. I don't know why they reached out so soon. Anyway, so I thought it was long. I didn't think it was difficult. But it was long.
It's not difficult, but it's a lot of information you have to gather. And so I think it's so long because you just have to hear it over and over again and learn every little nuance of every little circumstance, because a lot of things can change things and you got to learn about all of it. And so it's not particularly difficult, but it just takes a long time to understand it all, I guess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
It's very time consuming, that's for sure.
It is very time consuming. But we're happy that we're, at this point, although it does get a little bit more challenging from here. But I will say going through the application process was very tedious.
Yeah, very tedious.
Yeah.
So many interviews, lots of paperwork.
Yeah, the home study part was the most stressful.
Yeah.
That was a lot. There was a lot of questions we had to answer in meetings, but yeah, I wouldn't say it was difficult though, but it is, you definitely have to put time away to commit to not only the application process, but to be foster parents in general.
I think that's just it, the commitment. You really do have to be committed, and I think that's a good thing because we want, resource parents to be committed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I see some questions in the chat, so I've just been maybe adding some good ones that aren't on here. Okay.
Man, you can multitask like that?
Yeah,
My brain could never. Couldn't do it.
The next question, I actually almost said what you said because my brain was doing too much at once. Yeah. The next question, Cole, do you have any acting jobs updates?
Acting. Yes and no. So, like, the big update right now is that the crews are about to go on strike.
Yeah, another strike.
So, it's just like a pretty cold time in Hollywood. And I've had a couple auditions this year that I haven't heard anything back about, which you never really know what that means. That could mean like a production's on hold for a while. They haven't even picked somebody, or they just moved on without you, and you never really know. But maybe hear back on something like that. But I am hopefully going to be part of a short film with some folk who wrote a story about going through a spinal cord injury together, like as a couple, and what that was like. And they are trusting me with that role, and we're trying to secure some funding for that. So if that happens, then I'll be in another short film, which would make me have 4 in total. And we're still waiting on the third to be finished.
Yeah, we're still waiting on the third short film to be edited. We need to check in on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a good update. It's just hard with the way acting is right now in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood is just not in a good place. And so
Hollywood is not in a good place.
it's a very challenging time for that for you.
I see a lot of people posting about it online. Like they've been producers in Hollywood for 20,000, or not 20,000.
20,000 years.
20 years. And now they're like selling family heirlooms just to like pay their mortgage.
I know.
So it's just a really hard time out here. And, you know, I was talking to Charisma about this. She had never heard the saying, "A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush."
Never.
She'd never heard that.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have a good thing going. That's our bird in the hand right now. And the acting stuff is like 2 in the bush. And this is worth more.
Hopefully you guys understood that metaphor.
Does that make sense? People have heard that, right?
No, I don't know. Yeah, tell me if you've heard that phrase before, because
That's definitely.
I had never heard it. Next question. Well, this was specifically about. So this next question says, any project update? And I know y'all are talking about my secret project, which I said I would have an update. But the update isn't good news, so it's not really an update to share.
It's also not necessarily bad news.
No, it's just everything got pushed back, and it's a little bit of a frustrating situation with my secret project. I'll just say, like, I got just a few people that were interested and then maybe not interested anymore, and so we're just rerouting and going a different route, per se. But I do have board member updates. So I'm a board member of United Spinal Association. And I'm part of the developing committee, and so I've been doing a lot with that. Lots of meetings, figuring out fundraising and connecting with different corporations. So that's been very interesting. I feel like I have a part-time job sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm always in meetings, always emailing. So that's a little update with that, which has been fun. I really like being on the board.
I don't think people that aren't like or haven't been exposed to the nonprofit world, they may not realize how much work goes in behind the scenes to make nonprofits happen. Yeah. It takes a lot of effort. Yeah. You got to go like find people to help you out.
Yeah. It's a lot. So I don't know. I'm enjoying it though. It's new. It's new, and I feel like I've never experienced this world before, but I feel like I'm learning a lot. Also, a lot of people. Some people said they've heard it. Most people.
With the metaphor.
Most people have heard your metaphor.
See, I told you.
Said it's a common one. Oh, whatever.
I knew it. I told you.
Because if someone said charisma, your parents would know that phrase. I'm gonna ask them.
They would definitely know.
I've never heard them use it though. I don't know. That's so interesting.
Your dad probably has like a
similar one.
Yeah, like a biblical parable.
Parable?
Yeah, something.
Okay, so this one said, I saw this question a lot. What are the guidelines for filming while fostering? Yeah. Are we still going to be able to have our YouTube channel and continue working while having foster placements? That was a very, very common question.
Yeah, and the answer is pretty easy. Legally, no. We don't want to, just like philosophically. That's just who we are. That's our perspective. We wouldn't do that anyway. And also legally, we can't do anything that would identify these children. Yeah. At all. Yeah. So they wouldn't be the focus of our content. But I think that we're still going to be able to film, do what we're doing, and show the side of being foster parents / parenting with a disability without showing the kids. And we've already discussed, if we did have biological children, we don't think we would show their faces either. Yeah. So that's just.
We just want our kids to have a choice.
Yeah, and I don't know. You see a lot of stuff online.
It's scary.
It's scary.
It's really scary.
Yeah. So I just want to be really careful, especially because we've been exposed to a lot already.
Yeah.
And I just can't imagine like a child being exposed to what we've been exposed to.
Yeah. So, but with foster placements, no, not showing them at all. So, yeah. But we'll hopefully still be able to continue filming and doing what we're doing. That's the goal, is to continue and share our experience.
Yeah.
Cole, are you worried about older foster kids mistreating you and disrespecting you because of your disability and just other situations?
Yeah, sure. I think that's a concern. I imagine a lot of parents are concerned about being mistreated by their kids too, you know?
Yeah, in the system or not, yeah.
But yeah, we definitely had that concern, and we're considering every possibility. And that's something so great about the system, is that you have a lot of agency to, be informed and make decisions for what's best for you, and therefore what will best meet the needs of the child. And so we will have a pretty decent idea going into it, if that could be an expected behavior or not.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll have a decent idea, actually.
Yeah.
I've been following Laura, foster parent, who we're meeting next week, which I'm excited about. But she shared that 83% of foster parents said that the social worker shared misinformation or no information about the placement coming into their home. 83%. So, and a lot of it had to do with age. They said the child was one age and they were older or younger than they said.
Interesting.
I know. Or how many kids they were bringing. They said 2 and they ended up bringing 3. I know. So
that's why
I want to believe that we'll have enough information to make a decision, but I don't think so. I think there are going to be moments where we're like, oh, wow, okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we still have the right to make the best decision for ourselves.
Yes.
If we can't meet the needs of the children, then they can't be with us. They need to go somewhere where they'll be met. Yeah,
like we definitely want to make sure we're able to meet the children's needs. That's priority for us.
Safely, yeah.
Okay, this is a little bit of a different question. Is editing hard, and then how did you learn how to do the behind the scenes work?
Oh, Faith, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Love you too.
That's very, very kind. Thank you, Faith.
Thank you.
So editing has been a long journey of learning. I taught myself on YouTube. I actually found out that I had an interest in it in college when I was responsible for editing like a group project video. And we did a terrible job filming it, so I had to do a lot of magic behind the scenes, and I was like looking up some stuff, and I was like, wow, this is kind of fun. I like this. And then my group was like, holy crap, you really like turned this into something good. I was like, cool, maybe I have a skill here.
Yeah.
And then I started a real estate company, which makes no sense. But anyway, so I just started watching a lot of YouTube tutorials, and over time just learned a lot of stuff, and I feel like got pretty good at it. It's funny though, looking back at old videos, I'm like, what was I doing there? That's like so corny or cheesy editing wise.
Well, in video, like what we did in the video too, the content itself.
That too. But yeah, just a trial and error over time.
Practice. I mean, we've been doing this for 6 years now, going on 6 years. May 15th, I think we posted our first video. Yeah. So Cole's been doing this for a long time, and I think you're really good at editing.
Thank you.
Cole does majority of our videos. We did have a moment where we had Armando for a while, but outside of that, Cole does the majority of it right now.
Yeah.
And then what was the second part of the question?
The behind the scenes
that's right.
stuff that you do too.
Well, okay, so the behind the scenes filming, I think the same with, similar to what Cole said, just took a lot of learning and practice and years of doing it. And I still don't think I'm great, but you learn.
You do very good.
Thank you. And wow, it's
She
your dad.
said,
Thank you, Dad.
Oh, thanks, Dad. That's so nice.
That was nice. And so it just took time and practice, and then behind the scenes, I don't know, you just kind of learn. You go with the flow. I feel like that's a.
Well, you just got to create things.
Yeah, you just got to do it.
Because if you create something that looks terrible, then you're like, oh, I'm going to do it a little different next time.
Yep.
And then it looks a little better,
Yep.
but it's still not that great. So you're going to do it a little different next time until eventually it's okay.
And watching other people's videos is super helpful. I saw something else. Papa Wheelie.
Papa Wheelie.
Aw, thank you.
Love it.
Congrats. To your parents. Huge fan of you too. And Shane and Hannah.
Nice.
Cole, we need a wheelchair race between Shane and you.
Oh,
We've
dude.
done that. You raced each other.
I might have to slash his tire because I think he beat me last time.
He did beat you. His wheelchair picks up speed faster than your chair.
Yeah, so it needs to be longer.
It needs to be longer.
Longer race.
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a mile race next time.
And see who would last. Your chair might die or you need a new battery.
That's true. I would die by the end of it.
Also, following up on that question that someone we just answered, we're actually posting a video on Sunday showing the behind the scenes of capturing content for a brand. So we went to San Diego and we had to work with a brand and we showed what it was like capturing content behind the scenes. So you can kind of see that on Sunday's video.
Yeah, so it'll be a little
Different.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Any trips coming up and places you've always wanted to visit?
Trips coming up.
Yes.
Okay, so yes. Actually, yes, there is something. I have always been very interested, maybe this is like a man thing, but in ancient civilizations.
I don't think it's a man thing.
I think it's like guys
think
think
I'm
about like the Roman Empire like every day. That's just a thing. Well, I think a lot about like the like in the in the Americas, all of those ancient civilizations, and
Like
I've always
Aztecs, the Mayans, the Incas.
yes, and I've always wanted to go to some of the pyramids, and we are actually partnering with Wheel the World to go to Cancun, and one of the activities on our itinerary is to go see some pyramid ruins.
Yes.
And I am really excited.
Yes.
This is a bucket list thing for me.
Yeah, we're very, very excited. So yes, we're going to Cancun, Mexico in May with Shane and Hannah.
With Shane and Hannah. So we're all
Yes.
going to go explore the ancient ruins together.
We're very, very excited about this trip. What is the area called? Oh my gosh, forgot the word.
It's on the itinerary.
I forgot.
I forgot to.
But we're very, very excited about that
It's
trip.
going to be so much fun. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to reconnect with ancient humans
Yes.
through thought and remembrance.
I'm excited. It's going to be really fun. I think it's going to be great weather too.
That's going to be great.
And then other than that,
Wait, what? That's my answer. What's your answer?
Well, where I always want to go? Well, we were supposed to go to Europe, but that did not happen. But I just want to go to Europe. I don't really care at this point where in Europe. I just want to go to Europe.
Yeah.
So anywhere in Europe at this point.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
We got a long time.
Yeah, or Japan.
Or Japan.
Our friends,
I
they're
wish you were
also
closer, dude.
I know. They're also in an interabled couple. He's disabled, the partner, the man, and they just went to Japan. And that has encouraged me so much that we can go to Japan.
I can't wait to hear about the trip.
I know, because he has similar function to you. So, I know, I'm so excited.
Except
about
he's
it.
much smaller than me.
Yeah.
So McKenna can just carry him around.
She can. I can't carry around, but for so long.
Not from this chair.
Not from that chair. No, that one's hard.
No.
Oh, this is a very popular one. Everyone wants to know about IVF, trying for our own babies, adoption, and surrogacy.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. Oh my
that
gosh.
we can hit quickly.
Thank you, Donna.
Donna, thank you so much.
So yes, this is a big question. So let's start with IVF. What's our IVF update?
So IVF is still on the table.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's on like the back burner, but imagine if like you had a stove with another layer of the back. I think it's back there. It's So I think it's still like in the cards, but it's pretty low on the priority list right now.
Yeah, it's something that we still are considering and thinking about, and what we've talked about is potentially doing another egg retrieval, testing those embryos and freezing those embryos until we're ready to actually maybe, have a biological child. And so we have young, good embryos before I'm, much older. So we were thinking about doing that. Yeah. I just wanted to recover a little bit, guys. It is so much putting all this hormones into my body, and it takes a long time after stopping IVF before your body fully bounces back, like goes back to normal. Same with pregnancy. And so I just wanted to give my body a break And so maybe after a year of being off it completely, we'll revisit it and maybe do an egg retrieval and, again, freeze embryos and just kind of go from there.
Yeah. So just a lot of recovery, hormonally, emotionally.
Financially.
Yeah, financially, for sure.
It's expensive.
It's very expensive, so it's not just like a easy thing.
No.
So we need to recuperate in a lot of ways, and whenever we may feel ready, then we'll go for it.
Adoption. Are we considering adoption, private adoption, and then fostering to adopt?
I don't know that we'll go down the private adoption route.
I don't think we'll ever. I don't want to say ever.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the situations, but I don't think we want to go down the private adoption route because we looked it up and the average price for private adoption in LA is like $40,000. But regardless, it's expensive everywhere. And then I think ethically, adoption has a lot of things that are just not okay. And so it's just something that we're not, a route we don't necessarily want to go down.
Yeah. And foster to adopt, I think that's something that we would be open to. That's not where we are right now. I think right now we're just fostering.
Yeah.
And we want to focus on just fostering.
And that's not the reason we became foster parents. We became foster parents to foster, not necessarily to adopt through foster care.
Yes. So that's our focus right now is fostering kids and helping them have the best situation we can.
And reunification.
Yes.
Such a big thing.
Reunification. So. And then one day down the road, if we're ready to like go all the way with adoption, I think that's also in the cards for us.
Well, and if it's a child whose parents lost rights and it's just one of those situations that makes sense, then we'll consider it. But it's just not our goal. And then surrogacy.
Surrogacy is also in the cards.
But not sure if we need surrogacy. I've seen a lot of people ask that, especially because we've had pregnancy losses and miscarriages. But I don't think it's because my body can't carry a baby. I think it's because our embryos aren't good. The ones that we implanted, I don't think they were good embryos, and we never got them tested.
Right.
And so if I were having miscarriages and they were healthy, good embryos, then in that case, then yeah, I would say it's me. But we don't have enough information to draw that conclusion yet. So
no. And that's down the road.
Yeah.
We've got lots of time to think about that.
Yeah.
But I think the answer to pretty much all of those was we're open to everything.
Yeah, we're open to everything. Except private adoption.
Yeah, except for that one.
Yeah.
Because we're just open people and we want to have all the options and we're optionizers.
Yeah. We're optionizers.
So we like having all the cards. Yes.
This one says, is Zane still working with us?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is. In fact, in this behind the scenes video, she was capturing a lot of stuff.
A lot.
And when she's around, holy crap, she captures a lot.
I know, Cole has so much footage to go through.
I've got a lot to go through.
Yeah. No, she's still with us. She's been with us for almost 8 months now. Which is wild. Or 7.
Has it been 8 months already?
Maybe 7 months.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time. And she's super, super duper duper, super duper helpful.
Yeah.
I did see another question while we're on here. Someone asked if Zane had to get background checked because she's in our lives a lot with placements. And yes. She had to get her background checked. She had to also go through some interviews because she's involved in our lives. And so it was very important that she also was cleared because, again, yes, like you said, she's going to be very much involved in our lives, which means she'll be closely involved with any placements that we have. So that is something that was done.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you, Annie.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you get everything you desire. Thank you.
Thank you.
That means a lot.
That's really sweet.
Very kind.
So yeah, she did have to get background checked. She is clear. She's all
clear.
Good. I know.
Yes. I'm surprised mine went through.
Come on.
I was a little worried.
No.
I'm an outlaw.
So such an outlaw. Are you okay? What are we most nervous about being a foster care parent, or about fostering in general?
Most nervous about.
Just being a parent.
I have an answer to you.
Yeah, I'm most nervous about just being a parent in general.
But what does that mean?
Well, one, especially with fostering, a lot of these children may be coming from an environment that would be different than ours, in terms of how we would parent, in terms of so many different environmental factors. So adjusting to that from my perspective, and then also the child adjusting to this new environment, going through a traumatic experience, and just having empathy for that child. I'm just nervous about that, and I want to do the best that I could do for these children.
Yes.
Yes.
That's well said. That's what parenting is, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. What are you nervous about?
I was kind of thinking about my answer as you were saying that too.
So you really didn't hear me is what you're saying?
I heard half of it.
I could tell when you don't fully hear me because I just know your brain so well.
I know.
Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. I'm concerned about my brain in a lot of different ways because my brain mixed with my disability makes me like I've learned this about myself. It can take time for me to like find out how to do things. Like it takes me a good like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and like even moving into this house, I'm still discovering things a year later. Like, oh wait, I can do this way. And I'm just worried that I won't be able to adjust quickly enough to do all the things I need to do for a child because I'm going to be learning how to do those things while needing to do them.
Yeah, but I also think that you're thinking a lot about physical things that you need to do for children, and we have to remember that these children especially, also need emotional support.
Oh, I can love them. I know that.
Which you can do, and
I'm not concerned about my ability to love them.
But also like remember that that's important. Like you're really good at that, and that's important. That's an important skill that you have, and so regardless of maybe your physical limitations, these kids need that emotional support as well.
What?
These kids need that emotional support as well, and you're able to give that.
Yeah.
So that is important. That's so important.
I'll do it.
I think that's like people say that with our relationship, like, oh, what can he do for you? How can he take care of you physically? But people constantly forget the emotional support that Cole gives me, and that is also important that people lack in many of their relationships too.
Yeah, I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
On the physical side of things.
Yeah, I know. And we're a partner. We're a team. You know, I feel in areas where you may lack. You feel in the areas where I may lack, and we just bounce off each other. Okay. And we are a good, strong unit.
Foster on 3. 1, 2, 3, foster.
Your dad said something.
She said in the chat.
Yeah. Child
rearing is on the job training. Is that what you saw?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Dad. I'm sure I made it very difficult for you. He had to learn how to rear a disabled child all of a sudden.
No, were you a hard child growing up? Were you I don't think you were difficult.
I was able to get away with all the annoying
You were
things.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
You were a sneaky kid. Yeah. I was kind of like that too. I was a little bit of a sneaky kid.
Okay, that answers that question. How many more do we have here?
Not many.
Okay.
Are we able to keep in touch with placements?
Oh, afterwards.
Yes. If the bio family allows it and they want to maintain a relationship, then yes. It's not necessarily our choice though, so I think your dad said we had some challenges. I think it depends on the bio family, what the bio family wants. Of course we would want that. I would love to maintain connection and contact with these children. Absolutely.
I would love that too. That's a big part of why I want to do this. I want to like build relationships and like be present in someone's life like that. I like having relationships like that, you know?
Yeah, I know.
So that's what we would hope for. We'll see.
Yeah. Again, it depends on the bio family. While we're on this real quick, are we open to siblings and gender and age? We're open to all of that.
We're very open. Like we said earlier, we're open people.
We don't really care about the age. We don't really care. Well, we said we want to start with 10 and younger at least to like ease into it. Gender, we don't really care about gender. And then siblings, we're open to siblings because we know a lot of these kids have siblings. So you kind of have to be open to it, you know? I mean, you don't have to, but there's a lot of siblings in foster care, and it's sad to separate them.
They need help too.
Yeah.
I had a sibling. I can't imagine going into foster, like, just putting yourself in the shoes of these children makes you really think about these things differently. Because, wow, like, you know, taking siblings at once sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, separating these kids, I'm sure that feels like a lot for them, you know,
Yeah.
because they just lost their parents and now they're being stripped from their sibling.
I know. I think about that too. I had 3 brothers growing up. That would mean 4. 4 of us.
Imagine having a full family and then being on your own with strangers.
I know. That's why.
That's unbelievable to think about.
It's really sad to think about. I know. I feel for them. And then this question: nonprofit update. Are you still working with Mama Kelly on nonprofit things?
Yes. So that's more, mom is more engaged with that because it is a Virginia nonprofit and she's the one plugged in still and seeing people in that world out there in Virginia. The nonprofit has been like very fortunate to have like funds from our events that we ran back in the day, and then like my papa, when he passed, he contributed to the nonprofit to, you know, for us to pass on. We don't take any money from it. 100% is passed on.
You recently helped with the car, right?
Yes, we helped with No, that was a past. We facilitated that donation.
So you can explain it.
Yeah, so we facilitated a donation so a girl could have her car converted to be accessible because they needed it. And we also donated to Sportable, who just hosted the National Wheelchair Basketball Tournament in Richmond for the first time ever, which is a big deal. That's like really, really cool. So we were a sponsor for that.
Cole used to be a wheelchair basketball coach.
Yes, for Sportable. You should check out Sportable, and if you want to support somebody, go support them. They're awesome.
It's spelled just like you think. Sportable.
Able, yeah.
Or Sportable. Sorry.
Yeah, same thing. So that all being said, like there is some money still left in the nonprofit that we're slowly giving away. But we don't really go out and like try to bring donations in, and we're not like super active with it. So that's kind of the state of the nonprofit right now.
Yeah, it's challenging when it's a nonprofit solely based in Virginia. So all the work has to be done in Virginia, and donations are given within Virginia. It's not a national thing.
Well, anybody can donate to it.
Well, anybody can donate, but I'm saying to give proceeds to companies, they have to nonprofits
they need to be
within Virginia.
Whoever benefits is in Virginia. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Those are all the questions. Can you see?
Nice.
I'm having a hard time reading. We did not figure out how to make the text bigger.
Font. Yeah, we're like staring at this thing like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, we can see that.
Thank you.
ARC 54.
Thank you.
That's very
so
kind.
nice.
Thank you so much.
Can you see anything?
All right. Will you be looking to see living in California for a longer time now that this new adventure fostering? So like, I guess are we going to stay here for a while?
Oh yeah, we want to stay in California.
We definitely like think about that now when we think about like long term what we want to do, and you know, it'd be very nice to stay in California where like we could just transfer our license very easily. Going to a new state, you have to restart the process in a lot of ways. Yeah. And
it's a long one.
And it's a long process.
Yeah.
So
we have a goal, guys. Our goal is to stay in California at least 5 years. We want to stay out here at least 5 years. Once 5 years has gone by, we'll reevaluate. Do we want to stay in California? Do we want to stay in LA specifically? Do we want to move further south to San Diego? Do we want to move back to the East Coast? So after our five years here, we're going to reevaluate everything and kind of move on from there. But our goal is 5 years, and it's going on 3 years. So we have 2.5 more years. Yeah, and then it'll be 5 years.
So we're already past halfway through that.
Yes.
That's
we're
wild.
about halfway through. So
yeah.
Which is wild. Time flies.
Yeah. That is wild, man. Time does fly.
Oh, someone asked, have you guys experienced any racism in California as an interracial couple? Never. Oh. Not that I'm aware of. No.
No, I can't think of anything.
It's so diverse in LA in general, and especially where we live. I find it very diverse. So I don't know if that contributes to it or not.
People have been pretty nice for the most part too.
People are pretty nice here, yeah. We've had good experiences.
Except for that one lady who parked in the accessible spot outside the Ube Cafe. Mm-hmm. Remember?
Yeah.
You were taking a picture of her car?
Oh, yeah.
And then she came out of the restaurant like, Yeah,
I'm the jerk that parked there.
I think she said ASS hole.
Yeah, she called herself an a-hole. I was like, I didn't say it.
So she moved her vehicle. She was like, "Do y'all want me to move it?" And we're like, "Well, you're blocking the accessible sidewalk."
Yeah, it was the ramp. She was parked in front of the ramp.
So I was like, "Yeah."
You gotta move.
And so she moved. I pulled up, and then she pulled back into it.
Yeah, she pulled back in.
And we stopped and turned around, and she's like, "Oh, do y'all not want me to park here?" And I was like, "Well, that's not a parking spot."
Yeah.
I was so blown away.
Well, she said, if I don't park here, someone else will. And I was like, I don't think so.
Like, no.
I think most people realize that you shouldn't park where the ramp is.
And sure enough, she moved because we were like staring at her. And from where we were in the cafe, we could see that spot. And like 45 minutes go by, nobody parks there because it wasn't a parking spot.
It's pretty obvious that it wasn't a parking spot. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that was funny, actually. But California LA has been very interesting, especially weather-wise, because that was a big reason we said we loved it here. And it's rained so much. Like yesterday we went to Disney with Shane and Hannah yesterday. We convinced them to finally get Magic Key passes so we can go anytime with them. But it was the first beautiful day in a long time. Like, it was actually hot.
It was nice. I loved it.
And today is actually hot. It's in the 80s.
Today's a little hot.
Yeah.
I feel bad, though, because I feel like walking season is done for Sophie.
No, you just have to wait till the sun.
She did not want to be outside today.
She did.
She laid out there for 5 minutes, and she didn't. She would sit out there all day long if she could, but she wanted to be inside.
I think you either have to walk her early in the morning or as soon as the sun starts setting, because it does cool down pretty quickly.
Or I could just take her on a 5-minute walk at the hottest part of the day.
Oh my gosh.
And she'll be so exhausted.
Poor dog. Oh, no, but it is becoming wearing season for her, which she hates.
Yeah, she hates those shoes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which
because
is it's so funny though.
She's like this. Yeah.
Doing the big walk.
Because it's so hot though, we have to protect her paws, and she hates it. But we want to get her out and about, and that's the only way.
It's such a goob.
Such a goob.
All right, have you spotted any others? Can you even read these?
Not really. Someone asked about skiing this winter.
Oh, we tried to make that happen. Ended up not happening.
But this next winter?
But we're trying. We're gonna like make an effort next year. So I really want to do it.
Someone said today is a nice day in Pasadena.
Oh, I think that's a good question though.
What?
It is from Caden McLaren. When are you guys expecting to get your first foster placement, and how are you guys feeling about the changes to your daily routines?
Great question. Actually, it's a really good question. So we have not got a call yet for any placements. We've only had our license for a week at this point. So it's still very, very, very early on.
Yeah.
And I looked it up, and it varies. It really varies when you get a call. And right now, we're very specific. We only want to take emergency placements or respite until we come back from Mexico, because we don't want to get a placement and then leave for Mexico. So our home isn't really open to long-term placements just yet.
Yeah.
So we haven't got any calls, but I'm very nervous about it, for sure.
I am a little surprised.
That we haven't gotten a call?
Yeah. I figured we would have gotten a call by now.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the demand is pretty high, but I think the disconnect is that, like, most of the demand is not in our area.
Yeah.
There's less need in our area, but that also means, like, there are less houses in our area. So, like, we're one of the few houses around here, but maybe the need's pretty low. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It could be a number of things. Hopefully it's not because of our situation and the disability. That would be extremely frustrating, but that was one thing our social worker was concerned about.
We got our radar on, though.
Yeah, so
our radar.
I don't know. We'll see. I keep seeing earthquake stuff.
Earthquake?
Have there been any earthquakes since you moved there?
Oh, no.
What? Has there been earthquakes since we moved
Oh,
here?
not like a big one, but...
We've had earthquakes. We've
had
3.
Yeah.
You said no.
Yeah. We've had rumblings.
It's still an earthquake. It still counts.
Yeah, I was editing one day and I just started rocking.
Yeah, we were like, oh.
And I was like, am I spasming?
Yeah.
No. It's an earthquake.
I was on the phone with our accountant, and I'm just like talking like, oh, I think we're having an earthquake right now. 1 second. And I just like checked on Cole, like, you're good, cool. So blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just...
I should have started screaming.
Oh my God. It's the norm. But y'all on the East Coast, was anyone in Virginia? Because Virginia recently near our home just had an earthquake where we live, Richmond, Virginia. And then New York had an earthquake. Did anyone feel those?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
In the meantime, 15 minutes of Fire TV. Thank you. My husband and I have been trying to have children for 13 years. We went through 3 cycles, but now I'm actually pregnant. Wow, yay. We will keep you updated.
Yay,
that's so great.
Woo,
Yay.
that's awesome.
Good. So happy for you guys.
Yay.
I get tummy rumbles. Does that count? Oh, then we're having earthquakes every day over here.
You get tummy rumbles every day?
Yeah.
Do we still keep in touch with Armando? I feel like you've talked to him recently-ish.
Yeah, not super recently.
Not super recently?
He's doing a lot of cool stuff, though. You should check out his
is.
YouTube channel, because he's been going on, like, some international trips and creating videos, and they look really nice.
Yeah.
So check out Armando.
He's doing really well.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are you good?
I think
any
so.
More questions you see? Speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? That's all I know. I know more Portuguese than I know Spanish. Anytime I try to speak Spanish, it comes out in Portuguese almost every time. So, sorry.
Do you chill with any other disabled people besides Shane?
Yeah, you do actually. You have a lot of disabled friends.
Yeah, I like disabled people.
We've
so
hung out with Chelsea Hill,
Anthony McKenna.
Mark. We recently connected with Molly Burke.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get together with Molly. She's blind. Matthew and Paul. They're also an interracial couple. Matthew.
They're gonna be coming soon.
No, Paul is blind. Matthew is not, because Paul's always like Matthew.
Matthew.
We've connected with them, so there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I like disabled people. We seem to understand each other.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
All right, so you think we're good, or?
Yeah, I feel like we've answered a good bulk of the questions. I kind of like doing these little like Q&A updates and stuff. We said we were gonna go live like maybe once a month. I feel like it's fun to chat live and answer questions and chat with you guys. So we might do this again. Oh, someone wants to know what's Armando's channel name.
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I can look it up. One sec.
Cole's gonna look it up. But yeah, maybe we'll go live again sometime in May. Kind of give you guys an update. Huh?
Now that I got the stream set up going.
Our live looks so much better now. It sounds so much better. Looks so much better. We're looking at Armando's channel name right now.
Sorry, I literally forgot what I was doing.
People said they love Matthew and Paul. Molly Burke is so lovely. I know. I'm excited to finally meet up with them.
I should go to my messages. I'm trying to.
Cole's still looking.
I'm trying to do it efficiently, which means I'm probably not doing it efficiently.
Your dad said Quint's kiss is great. I did see a message, someone asking about Quint. Quint is doing well. He visited us a couple of weeks ago, and he's doing well.
Where is it? I need to go to his Instagram.
Oh my gosh!
And then
I
go
thought
from
you would.
there.
I thought that would have been the first thing I thought about, honey.
Yeah, well, you're good at this stuff.
There.
Okay. Now, where's your
link? The link to YouTube. Yep.
YouTube. Why are there two?
Yep.
Okay, this one.
Yep.
We're gonna get there, guys.
It is called Armando DeMarchio.
It was his name.
It's his name.
It was his name the whole time. All right, can someone spell it out in the chat? Okay, I'm gonna say it real quick. Armando, Armando. DeMarchi, DeMarchi.
Yes.
There you go.
That is his YouTube. There you go. It was just his name.
His whole time.
Honestly, I had a feeling it might be just his name, but I wasn't sure. All right, that was fun. Yeah, maybe next time we'll do another catch-up life update in May. Maybe by then we may have a placement or at least have gotten phone calls, and we can kind of tell you what the phone calls were kind of like. Yeah.
Yeah, we better have gotten some calls.
Yeah, I know. If not, if we don't get calls, guys, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
My radar's radaring.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh, I love that everyone typed out Armando.
All right, thank you
everyone.
for the help with the spelling. People help me. That's great.
All right, thanks for hanging out.
Yes, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and
stay positive. Bye.
All right.